Hey, how's it going today? It's Friday. We're taking a look at what kind of opportunities are available there for many people within the market. I have taken a look at a number of different facilities and I'm sharing some of my thinking behind the decision making that might be important for some people. It depends where you are. It depends what you are doing, where you see yourself in the future, right? I thought since there's a lot of promising opportunities out there in the world, right? I would take a quick side note, I guess. What might be important when we're taking a look at different opportunities? I thought I might as well touch on Minister of Defense within Bristol, and let's try to understand what kind of opportunities are available, right? I have recently have taken a look at some of the contracts up there. I can briefly touch on those contracts, and we're gonna come back to why anyone might be interested in reaching out to your Minister of Defense. They have so many different opportunities within the organization. Myself, I don't know if I'm interested in working with them just because of the contract. Might not be the best contract for businesses. So it would serve Minister of Defense, but not necessarily serve the business in the best possible way. But it might be important. So it might be important. I'm doing my part. I'm sharing and why important for people as well as if you worry about the money. I don't think working for the money is an issue. I'm just saying, if you're looking to make a lot of money, perhaps the money is not an issue. Contract itself, if you would read it, perhaps some people will understand what I'm referring to, right? But it's not. Though it might be important for serving and everything, right? Let's touch on the Ministry of Defense and some other opportunities, but let's do a full setup, right? But I'll perhaps share opportunity, promising opportunity. How we're gonna progress and come back to Ministry of Defense. There was an article published recently, beginning of this month, where one of those companies, defense contractors, aerospace and defense contractors within UK, have signed agreement within US to extend its contract of operating within US when it comes to ammunition plant in Tennessee, right? So 8.8 billion contract within US, and it was for 10 years, right? And there was another article published about one of those Baltic countries. That was Estonia, right? And it was published beginning of this month, and something that they are looking in potentially a beginning of producing, and they referring to 155 millimeter artillery shells. I have done a little bit of research and trying to understand what they're referring to when they're saying 155 millimeter. That they're referring to Western equipment that previously they have used different millimeter shells, but like that wasn't enough. Now we're gonna be referring back to perhaps Western build military, and some of those shells would be Western potential, right? Many things happening, right? And they currently looking for know-how. So they have facilities, perhaps they have something that they currently are doing. So that perhaps there are potentially and private companies who would be interested in coming in and manufacturing ammunition within Estonia, right? Once that been said, so there's just an example, right? So people are gonna see some opportunities up there. So within UK, they do have know-how and expertise when it comes to manufacturing that particular ammunition, compared to perhaps what was done in the past, just because of the equipment and what ammunition was used at the time, right? So because of that and manufacturers and everything was happening in the world, perhaps they would be progressing and moving into manufacturing some of ammunition there, right? So what I'm saying, opportunities are there, right? And for those who are interested, that's just an example, right? Up for grabs for those of you, right? And there's an office there, so perhaps that would be a way how to progress and to enter. You can be agent, I guess. Yeah, so you're interested in becoming one. I don't know about the contract. Most likely the contract in myself, I don't know. Unless I would have a very interesting contract, I don't mind supporting Estonia in helping in solving this problem. I don't mind doing that. But I don't know what kind of contract UK would give me taking part in all of this, right? Well, that would be just an opportunity coming into this from a business perspective as well as supporting different military forces, I guess. There's an office there. I don't know. Perhaps I could reach out, but most likely they won't gonna discuss with me a contract. They won't. Even if we're talking about what I'm saying, millions or perhaps hundreds of millions, they won't gonna discuss the contract with me most likely, right? For it might be worth bringing more attention in some of the placements, right? So they have vacancies available for people who might be interested, not necessarily having or coming in with their own projects, or perhaps working for this organization, right? And we're taking a look at defense, right? So it would be project manager, integrated logistics and support manager, supply chain manager, and integrated logistics support ILS officer. So there's some opportunities there. There might be requirements within the role where you need to be. So there might be again, I don't know the contract. There might be different contracts and who can become take part in becoming a part of the team. I guess there might be different requirements there, right? I haven't taken a part. I don't know. There might be again the contract, right? Let's do perhaps quick introduction of some of the people might be interested in taking a look at what opportunities are available out there. We are taking a look at air dominance, right? And potentially we are taking the process might be breaking down into by land, by sea, and by air, right? And we take a look at air, the Royal Air Force defends our nation's skies and protect British power and or influence around the world. DE&S is committed in supporting safe, cutting-edge, and or power in the RAF needs and equipment programs to be groundbreaking and modern to guarantee the UK's global influence and ensure that it supports its allies. Our air dominance is collaborative with industry partners to explore new technologies and digital tools to support and develop a new next-generation Air Force explore projects now. So there's some projects that again, perhaps if you're interested in working for someone and perhaps I don't know, can I build my own projects? Can I build my own? Perhaps then it might be worth taking a look. Other than that, perhaps there's already existing projects that they are doing, as well as I have seen perhaps worth taking a look at. And it might be interesting for some people out there who are interested in air and everything what's happening there, right? Other projects. There is a program that was launched by US, the United States, right? And it's called the Next Generation Air Dominance Program, right? And it seeks to modern sixth generation fighter jets and expand it to replace the F-22's Raptor fighters aircraft beginning in 2030. And for those of you who are interested, I don't know, I can go a little bit more in detail and how we're planning of introducing new air dominance and everything what's happening. Most likely, if you what I'm saying is there's nothing that I can see on the UK's website. I'm not able to see anything, but I think if US is doing, most likely UK is doing it as well. That's what I'm saying. So people who are interested, most likely, if not right now, the UK would be hiring professionals or perhaps looking to build their own projects when it comes to. It seems that this article was published very recently, and perhaps UK won't be staying behind in all these things that's happening, right? If US is doing, most likely UK is going to be doing and looking to do as well. So that's my own understanding. So I don't know if it's true. What if US is doing it? And what's the price of one of those fighter jets? We're looking at about 40 million or so. So and they're looking to build the next generation, right? So again, I don't think money is a problem again. Contract might be a problem, but not the money. I'm not entirely sure how I'm reading this information for the first time, right? It might be worth taking a look at how you can be, if you would like, contractor of defense, right, within UK. I don't know the entire process, right, but opportunities out there for people who are interested in taking part, I guess. Defense Source Portal, so they might have a portal where they share some of those opportunities where companies can compete for what company can deliver on what they're looking to purchase, as well as contract finder portal, as well as how you can potentially solve the problem. I guess Minister of Defense also advertised the government's contract finder portal. This is where central government departments and other public bodies advertise tenders and contracts opportunities value of around 10 and above 10,000 or above pounds. So there's some opportunities there, right? Perhaps it's worth taking a look at. I haven't seen this opportunity. I have a great idea that you think you could solve a defense challenge, right? So there might be a number of challenges out there, but if anything of that would be more of the what's available out there for businesses. I'm reading it for the first time. So they are looking for the idea marketplaces, online network collaboration platform for UK registered innovators and organizations to discuss, collaborate, and or share ideas to meet defense and or security challenges. So I can perhaps even if I'm interested, right? So I would say that I'm interested in solving issue that they have within Estonia, right? If they would be interested in perhaps give me a contract if, of taking a part, everyone would also. Estonia potential will benefit from, UK would benefit, and potentially my company would benefit from, right? If I would be coming to them with this kind of problem, right? If I would like to, but again, I don't know. I don't know. There's reasons why not to do it, right? And why reasons why to do it, right? So I'm saying the opportunities out there, right? Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a course. Within this course, I'm taking a look at very fundamental areas. I personally believe those areas everyone should understand and learn about. I haven't learned those in school, but perhaps depending on what kind of schools people are going to, right? I had to take my time and read a lot of books to learn very fundamental areas, and I'm looking to share those areas with others, where to begin, what people would need to learn, and just to name the few areas that would be perhaps setting. There's 12 in total, right? And that would be how to set targets, how to work towards achieving your targets, how to structure your goals, and where do many people should begin, I would say, with their personal budget and how to have one, and perhaps from there improve it, and perhaps progressing in having a number of budgets. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, as well as there's going to be QR code in the corner company's website below. Well, I'm saying opportunities out there, right? So, if anything, let's share more value, I guess, for people who are interested in solving some of those problems out there. Let's finish on perhaps more about defense equipment and or support, right? So, I was looking for defense kind of. They might have a lot of facilities. I'm interested in those facilities. If they would like to work with my business or other business, how I would potentially I would be very quiet, sit in the corner again. Don't shout, right? When they're coming in to shout there or scream, right? I would collect all the litter after myself, right? I'm interested in those facilities if we have any equipment that my business would be able to have access to, right? That's what I'm interested in, and or potentially working together. That's what I'm interested in. So perhaps have the chat to this organization and see if we can potentially work together. If anything, there's some information, and I'm doing a level of marketing, I guess, for what they are doing, right? There's how much talent they have, so it's 12.5 thousand people, as well as 13 billion, and year to year is something that they're working with. That's a budget, and there's the potential of how people can work with them, right? If any of you are interested. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.